We're fishing today at the beautiful Tolkien Beat on the River Spey. And I've got Dani Morey here, a great old friend. We've fished together for over 15 years on the Spey, haven't we?
Must be at least 15, yeah.
Yeah. I remember you started fishing as a kid with your dad, didn't you? And I mean, you're just mad about it, aren't you?
I am. I always say that actually I was really lucky because my dad was the original feminist and decided that having a daughter, he was just going to teach me to do everything a son could do. And we had access to some coarse lakes and some trout lakes. So as soon as I could stand, I was out with a little single-handed fishing rod. And he used to come up to Scotland fishing a lot. And one year, one of the guys dropped out and he thought, right, I'm going to take you with me. And I came up here and I walked onto the banks of the Spey and I was just smitten. Yeah. That was it. There was no way that he was ever coming back here without me. And I loved it so much. I used to commute for a while. And then eventually, about 20 years ago, I just thought, life's too short, you know, got to go fishing. Nobody gets to their deathbed and thinks, gosh, I wish I spent more time in the office. And I've been really fortunate to be able to turn this into my office, which makes me incredibly privileged, and to have the opportunity to introduce other people to it as well. It's just amazing.
Well, I couldn't agree more. I mean, look at this. It's March. It's a beautiful day. Look at the river. There's nothing to beat that, is there? There
isn't at all. And we've had some good spring fish coming out of it in the last few weeks as well. Some real silver.
Well, Dani, you've been a great help developing our new range of Cadence fly rods. So thanks for that. And you were talking earlier about how rods and the tackles really moved on when you think about what we used to fish with.
Yeah, I was explaining to you earlier that I get very animated about things, but when I first started, the rods and the lines, everything was so much heavier, and it was an old style of Spey casting, was a kid leaning forward, you know, lifting up this big heavy rod and turning around and then almost being pulled into the water with it. It was on the forward stroke. Nowadays, all the kits change so much. The new range of rods, for me, from a teaching point of view, especially when I'm teaching women or children, the lighter the kit, the better it is. And everybody says the same thing. They pick up one of the Cadence rods and it's just effortless. Even after the first full day of fishing, nobody's complaining of aching forearms or aching shoulders. Everybody's got a smile on their face, and for me, that's the sign of success. Yeah,
absolutely. And thanks again for all your help with that.
That's right.
So, to summarise, you obviously organise fishing trips on the Spey. Do you organise anything anywhere else?
The Deveron, and I dip into the Findhorn as well. Basically, if a client wants me to go anywhere, I have a lot of repeat clients who come back each year. I'll follow them to another river, but Speyside is my home. It's my big passion, as we've said. You know, you look around, where else would you want to be in the world? I've had opportunities to fish abroad, but there's nowhere like your home river, and for me this is home.
And I know you particularly like this beat, don't you, and this pool down here.
I do indeed.
You've caught a lot of fish for a lot of your guests here, haven't you?
Last year, I think it was 3 clients got their first ever salmon, not just Spey salmon, but first ever salmon, just down in Strahan Pool, which is just behind us down here. Phenomenal fish from the other bank.
And what a buzz that is, not just for the angler, but for you as a guide to catch someone their first salmon.
I remember my dad saying to me, you'll reach a point in life where you've hooked enough and landed enough fish for yourself that you'll get more pleasure seeing other people do it. And I thought, it's not going to happen. No, you know, you're young and you're keen and you keep going. But he was right, you do. And for me now, I get just as much enjoyment, or if not more, seeing somebody not only hooking a fish, but also mastering their proper Spey cast, or just seeing them relaxing into the day. But yeah, getting that first one in the net is amazing. But the walk to get the net as a gilly, doesn't matter whether it's 10 steps or 10,000 steps, it doesn't get any shorter. Your heart's beating and you're trying to play it cool, poker face.
Absolutely.
No,
well, we've got a few of our friends here today that haven't caught a salmon, so maybe you could help them and sprinkle a bit of your magic for them.
It's the pheromones.
I think we can put all your contact details at the end of the video, so your website and Facebook page, so people can get in touch.
That would be great,
And I think we better get fishing, haven't we?
We had. Let's go.
Thanks a lot, Dani.
You're welcome.